Hello everyone, today I am going to be doing a cage tour, and it has been a while since I've posted anything, so a lot has changed. Just a little update is that I do have two new rats, and they are little boys and their names are Floyd and Henry, and they've been here for nearly a week, so they are very new and they're super tiny. And right now in the cage they are just in their All Living Things luxury rat pet home. And they're in this one because the Critter Nation 162 is very big and it's also put away in my basement, and this one was easy to get out and it's a good size for them since they are really tiny. So I'm just going to get started on the cage tour. Up at the top I do have these two boxes and they are just for storage, and I'm not going to show you what's in the bottom one, but in the top one is just some rat treats. And I don't have too many rat supplies right now just because I did throw away a lot of the older rat stuff because I didn't know what kind of stuff they may have had and I didn't want to pass anything on to the babies. So in this I just have these KT lava bites, and I also have these rice pops. I can't remember the brand off the top of my head. And then I have these apple orchard sticks. And then lastly I have these Gerber puffs, and they're the apple flavored ones, and these are just little treats for when I'm like bonding with them or something like that. And then in the bottom one I'm not going to show you because I only have one hand and I can't really get it open that well because my other hand is actually holding the camera. But in the bottom one I have a lot of cleaning supplies and like binder clips and things like that, so just a lot of pet supplies and boring stuff. And then outside of the cage, I have their rat food. They are currently using the Oxbow Essentials Young Mouse and Rat Food. This isn't my favorite, but it's the only one they have at the pet store, so I'm going to be ordering the adult rat food online and just supplementing their protein in, just because this one isn't really the best and they don't really like it all that much. And then I have a little Christmas tree since it is nearly December. Then I have one container full of their yogurt drops, and I'm going to be putting some unhealthy once in a while treats in there. And then in this one, which is open, I have the remainder of their Gerber puffs and a little bit of oatmeal. And I'm also going to be putting some more seed mix and healthier treats like that in there once this runs out. So starting in the cage, it is a little bit empty right now. I do need to get some more toys. Starting out on their top level, they have a water dish, and I have this because they don't actually know how to use their water bottle yet, and where I got them from, they had a water bowl, so they know how to use this one a little bit more. And then in here I have a wire thing that I like to put some vegetables and stuff like that in, and just for them to like pick up and throw around. Then I have a corn chew, and it is just loofah, and it has a little bit of like this corn husk type of stuff on the outside. And then going down the ramp, I'm going to open the door. They have the box that they came in, and it is just the Petland box, and I thought it was kind of cute to hang up, and they can crawl in there from the ramp if they ever want to just go in. Then I have their water bottle, which I am currently attempting to teach them how to use. And then there is this little lid to a box that I hung up with some binder clips and put a couple treats and some fleece in there. And then this is their food dish, and here is a KT lava bite, and that's from the container in the box on top of their cage. And that's another rice pop thing that I think Floyd was trying to bring down but got stuck, so he just left it there. And then moving on to the bottom of the cage is where they are at right now, and they don't really like the camera, so they're all hiding inside their PVC pipe, and I'll see if I can get them to come out a little bit later, but they don't really like the camera. So down here I have a PVC pipe from Home Depot, and then I have a parrot ladder that I just hung up to the side, and this is to help them get into their hammock thing, and this is also another bird toy. And right here is a food dish, and this just has their food in it. And then they have a couple of apple orchard sticks just in the bedding, and a little piece of like cardboard And then right here is a bird toy, and this is a pear, and it had like a stick in it that birds could sit on, but I took that out and I just kind of put it in a cage, and they like to sleep in here and bring some treats in there and stuff. And right here is a toy, and I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's like some sort of ball thing, and I got that from Petland, and I just hung it up to the side of the cage so that they can't hide it in their huts or anything like that. And then here is a mason jar, and they aren't really big chewers, so I didn't bother taking the tape or anything like that off. So they just like to crawl in there since they can actually fit, which is super adorable, so I just put them that. And then here is a hay ball that I put some vegetables and things in. And then lastly, I have a tunnel, and it's a hard cardboard tunnel. And I hung it up with a binder clip just so they can go underneath, or they can crawl inside if they want to. Also, the bedding that I am using is the Carefresh Natural, and I think it's some sort of off-brand thing, so it is white and it's not dusty whatsoever, luckily. And I am just going to talk about the babies for a little bit. So they are in there. They are both Dumbos, and the one that you can see right now is Floyd, and he is the more adventurous, and he's like the bravest one of the group. And the other one in there, Henry, he's a hooded, and he's also Dumbo, and he's a little bit more shy. If I didn't have this big huge camera, they'd actually be like crawling all over, but they don't really want to right now because I was just making some noise, and they are still new and a little bit shy. So I actually got them from not a breeder, but I got them from my friend who had another friend who bred them for snakes, and so they were kind of feeder rats, but she did let me adopt 2 of them just because I couldn't find any breeders around where I live, and all the pet stores didn't carry rats anymore. So I got to meet the 2 little boys' moms, so they are brothers. And I just picked them out, and I have had them for nearly a week. So yeah, I'm going to have a introduction video on them soon, but I don't have one at this moment just because I'm waiting for them to get a little bit more open and adventurous around me.